Hi everyone. We are now 10 weeks down with this journey, and again, just continuous another good week. It seems to be that just now everything's just better. I really have changed my life, and I feel like I am repeating myself. So I think I should just dive in on pretty much what my exciting stuff that happened this week, I would say. So I've been reading this book called Psycho-Cybernetics, and I'll put it right up here. And this book, it's definitely, I can see how it can be life changing for many people. I feel like it's been super helpful for me so far. I feel like I've kind of already started this journey before, but I can see how if I read this book when I first started, like in the first few weeks, how it could have been so transformative for me, but it still is super, super helpful for me. I've pretty much just now, when I try something new, I make sure to like fully open myself completely, like actually try everything. Not when you try something new and then after you give it a half shot, you already shut it down. Like it's like your brain starts working against you. Your mind starts saying like, this is dumb, this is stupid. But now since I've started this journey, and I really think meditation has been just the key factor with this, but that's not a thing with me anymore. And it definitely was a major thing in the past where I would just shut something down before even starting it. So when I've been reading this book, I've really just take everything it says. It kind of gives you like practice tests and practice experiments. And what the book says, like I'm really taking that advice as religious, honestly. Pretty much what's so big for me with this book is it pretty much says that everyone has an internal computer within them, a servo mechanism, it says, where you pretty much consciously will make decisions. So I consciously have set goals for myself and just consciously done pretty much, it's really just setting goals for yourself, like deliberate goals that I am consciously doing right now. And then I let my subconscious act on these goals. So after I set these goals, I kind of just relax and let my subconscious take over and do these actions. And I really can see how this be super helpful because when I am most creative, I am in the present. And when I'm in the present, that is when I'm like in flow and in the zone, and that is when I am most creative. And it seems to be that this is the case for everything. And when I'm like in the zone, this is my subconscious taking over. Like I'm not really, it's kind of just every action is just happening one after another. Like it's very just quick. I'm not thinking deliberately. It's more I'm just acting and just doing. So it's really just reading this in a book, and it's just further, I kind of had these ideas before, but when you read it line for line, it just furthers your knowledge and it furthers pretty much what I'm doing. Like it cements that the path I'm on is the correct one. So I'm really just taking everything it says and just becoming obsessed with it almost. After each chapter, I write down like key points from the chapter and then my past experiences from this chapter. So it's really helpful to, I feel like I should do this with all books. I can understand not doing past experiences because this is more of a self-help versus I wouldn't have past experiences for a fiction book. But really just writing down just key points from the chapter, it really just helps you remember the chapter. And then when I'm done with the book, I can just read through the key points again, and that will also be helpful. So it is a good tip on pretty much reading comprehension, I guess, actually remembering what you read in the last 30 minutes, hour or so. In the book, they are obsessed with just visualizing, and I totally see it now. You pretty much create, besides visualizing your goal, which is super helpful, and what they say is, pretty much, they say it in a different way, but pretty much what you need to do is meditate before you visualize. So you meditate for like however long, 10, 15 minutes. Then after the meditation, you kind of will start to think of one positive past experience, and that will put you in a good mood. Then after that, you'll visualize your future and visualize the goals that you have set. So this is something that I do multiple times a day. And it really just puts me in a better mood. It honestly relaxes me. It's me consciously doing something, and then after I do this, I just let what happen. And I feel so much better doing this, because I used to be very stressed. In these earlier videos, I used to say like, oh, I'm a perfectionist, and like I feel like I need to do things so many different ways. And all that type of just brain energy of me thinking that, it's just a waste. It's not helpful. And the best way to do it is to actually just kind of let go, really. Just, I know what I need to do, and I know this stuff, and it'll happen when it happens, kind of. I am deliberately every single day striving for my goals, but I don't need to stress about them all the time. Kind of just let what they call the creative mechanism take over. And I totally can see this being super helpful. I can't wait to look at myself a month or two after doing this every single day. The journaling has been this has just been on top of the journaling. And I really just think these few things can be so monumental for me. I feel like the 7 daily habits created like the baseline of who I am and just made me such a better person. But then I think to get to the next level where I want to go, I have to do these sort of things. I think really setting your goals and visualizing your goals and kind of taking what this book said can really work wonders for me. So it's very exciting. I'm very optimistic about my future. I mean, I feel like I've been so optimistic since I've started this journey. And even since the journey has begun, I've only gotten more optimistic as time. Pretty much every single day is a great day, honestly. There are moments of the day that aren't great, but it's not a big deal, because I see if there's a negative experience in a day, honestly, by the end of the day, I can view it as a positive. I kind of just, if something bad happened in a day, you just view it as an experience. You don't have to dwell on it. You kind of just view it as an experience, and then there's always something that you can learn from it. So my mindset has just fully changed from the previous person who I was. And I couldn't recommend this book. I'm almost done. I got 2 chapters left. So maybe in the last 3 chapters, it'll even be more. And in next week's video, I'll even talk about it again. But I really can't recommend this book enough. One other thing in the book is to create an ideal room, pretty much a relaxation room. So pretty much a place that you can go to in your mind that will instantly make you feel better. And you really just need to think down to every single detail of this room, like the most comfortable couch, the best view, pretty much everything that you want in your room that will make you just feel so good. Whenever I'm feeling off balance, I will take a break and then go to this mental image, my mental image of perfect relaxation. And I can feel my body instantly get relaxed after I just think about the room for a few seconds. I can see the just great benefits of doing this all the time. And I do it all the time. Pretty much any time that my mind just starts to wander, and my mind's just, you could tell, like, you start thinking thoughts that you normally don't think. They're just like pretty much my old thoughts I used to have. They can come back. And now I know that they're just thoughts, and meditation has helped me so much with this. But even so, when I have these thoughts, I can immediately just go to my mental image of my ideal place, and I am instantly relaxed and instantly in a better mood. So this book really has just worked so many wonders. There's so many helpful things I've read from it, and it's only made me a better person since I read it. So I'm kind of obsessed with reading now. I feel like just every new book that you read, if you find just one detail from that new book, it can have such tremendous effects on you. Like in the past, I've gotten some ideas, some business ideas from just reading a book, especially reading someone else's autobiography. So reading people's autobiographies and then reading on just some of the topics I'm super interested in are kind of be what my future books are going to be. Occasionally I'll read some other books that people have recommended and I think are very exciting, but I think just autobiographies, and then if there's a topic that you're super interested in, just really reading about that topic is something else That would be very exciting. I've kind of gotten obsessed with just like astrology and the horoscope stuff recently. So I'll read a book about that. And there's other topics that I'm very interested in, and I'll just keep reading about those topics. But I think reading someone's autobiography, it just has such tremendous effects. You can read it and you can just find one piece of detail that is so important to you, and it can honestly change your life. So I can't wait to just read more books. I am obsessed with reading. I feel like I kind of always enjoy reading, but now it's like I can't wait to read the next book. I can't wait to read the book after that. I'm so happy that I made this a habit. And let's end it there. I hope you have a good day, a good evening, whatever time it is, and enjoy reading that next book that you want to read. So on that note, I'm out. Peace.